Saturday morning, Bracketville, Texas, right across from Fort Clark Springs, temperature 70 degrees, February the 7th, 2025, 9:10 a.m. And we're on the road for a Saturday morning drive. And what are we going to talk about this morning? Well, I'll tell you. How does it feel to be living without an RV after all those years, about 30 years of full-time RV living, and now for the first time in all those years I do not have an RV anywhere. I do not own an RV of any kind. Well, is that terrible? No, actually it's not a problem at all. I mean, the transition to living in the house, you know, I've had home bases, so it's kind of like I've got a home base, and in my mind I still have an RV, but I really don't. So what have I given up? Well, I've given up the flexibility to hop in the RV and go anywhere I wanted to anytime. Is that a negative now? No, not now, not at age 79, fixing to be 80. No, we're fine, guys. We're fine. I'm going to take a good old Saturday morning drive in my 2025 Toyota Camry LE all-wheel drive hybrid. And I know I mention gas mileage frequently, and that comes from RVing. I mean, when you're towing or driving your RV, a motorhome, you're aware of gas mileage. Why? Because that's your biggest expense, And so if you're getting 10 miles a gallon as opposed to 50, which I'm getting now, does that make a difference? Yes. I mean, yeah, it does. So yeah, we're going to take a ride here on 334 and cruise along about 40 miles an hour. And as I think of something really important to say, I'll add it to this video. But yeah, for the first time, I don't have an RV. Do I have the itch to go traveling and I'm, really struggling with this transition? Not at all, actually. I've got that little place I've got, 644 square feet. It's a single wide mobile home, 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It's a great location for me. It has a nice, 15 by 15 patio covered. It's okay. The wildlife come right up to the area, and the deer. There's two types of deer. There's whitetail and the axis deer, and then every now and then a coon will drift by and other wildlife. So as far as that, it's quite pleasant, but yeah, we're just going to take a cruise at about 40 miles an hour. And if somebody comes up behind me, well, they'll just have to wait patiently till they can pass, because I'm just out for a day outing. And that's another thing that I plan to do occasionally, not too often, but just take it. Like today, I'll probably go over to Camp Wood, nice place in the Texas Hill Country, and may go over to Lakey, which is right in the heart of the Texas Hill Country near Garner State Park, Texas. And so yeah, we're doing all right. I have no complaints. And as far as my property in Carrizozo, I'll go out there and see if I can fix it up, make it usable as like some kind of a cabin inside the garage. But yeah, we're up to 40 now, so we'll lock it in. And the guy behind me, I hope he enjoys driving 40. It's always except for that one thing, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, the RV way of life has been a good life for me, and or I wouldn't have continued. I've tried every type of RV they have. I've never had a Class A. I've had a Class B, a Class C, a bumper pull, different lengths. I've had, what else? I've had one fifth wheel in there. And so, yeah, just about covered the gauntlet of RVing ways of doing things. I mean, I even camped in a Prius off and on for 5 years. quite enjoyable, actually. Could I go camping in my Camry? Well, I'm sure I could, but it would take a lot of work to get it set up. But yeah, so over all those years, I got to see a lot of places, and I know what RVing's all about. And when I see somebody towing an RV or driving a motorhome or whatever, I know what they're thinking. They're hoping that the weather holds and the wind's not blowing too hard, and that when they get to their campground, wherever it is, that they've selected a good site or they can find a good site. And yeah, so yeah, I got the mindset down. Do I plan on buying another RV? No, not at this time, but I'm not going to say that could change because, this time I've really locked myself in. This car can't be towed on a tow dolly. It cannot be towed all wheels down, like all four wheels down. No. And the only way you could tow this vehicle behind an RV is you'd have to get a car carrier that you drive up on. And, to buy one of those, probably pretty damn expensive. Renting them, not too bad, but I watched the gentleman that bought my Class C load his Prius onto one of those drive up on car carriers. And would I want to do that frequently? No. As far as maybe like taking a trip out to Carrizozo and unloading it and then dropping the trailer off at a U-Haul, that'd be a possibility. But no, I'm not going to do that because my plan is, well, of course, age is a big factor now. Before it wasn't. So let me turn on the old AC here. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, we're just cruising, guys. I'm just rambling. But yeah, life without an RV is interesting. Even before the gentleman came to pick up the Class C and it was just parked there, that was like a pacifier, like, well, it's still there, I mean, but now it's gone. It's just a vacant spot there. And but yeah, for those of you that are just beginning to think about RVing and the RV way of life, would I encourage you to do so? Well, if you have an interest in that lifestyle, or you think you do, I'd say give it a try. It might really work for you. It might be something that's just really addictive, like it was for me, and you get to go to different places. Of course, the biggest problem, if there is an issue, full-time RVing, that is without a home base at all, is finding a good place to park, for extended periods of time. Because if you drive every other day or every third or fourth day, your gas bill is going to be pretty damn high, because if you got 10 miles a gallon or 12 or whatever, that'd be okay, I guess, but still, it's going to be expensive. And if you get a little tow behind bed, like one of those runaway campers, you can probably get by pretty cheap. They've got one now that you can stand up in. And yeah, I know that one of the YouTubers has that set up now. and it's a good setup, for traveling and living for short periods of time or 2 or 3 months, whatever, probably work out great. And if you have a home base in addition to that, well, yeah, you got a pretty good deal, But on and on we go, guys. Life is, living through chapters and changes and turning the pages of daily life. And on you go. And the next thing you know what I mean. So just wanted to give you a heads up that I'm not suffering with RV withdrawal, that I'm quite fine. And yeah, this is fine with me. The house, the little mobile home I've got, 640 square feet. Oh, it's great, man. I mean, I've got it. It's set up for me now. It'd be like being in a motorhome almost. It's basically the same layout in a lot of ways, but but you do have a flush toilet. You got that, and a nice roomy shower. That's nice. Yeah, it is. And you got a large hot water heater, so you can take a good old hot shower anytime you want to without having to worry about you only got 6 gallons of hot water, you know. And but yeah, enjoy your life, guys. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want. Use the Amazon link in the description of all my videos, or most of them, if you're going to buy something from Amazon. But anyway, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind, and enjoy your life the best way you can. It's your life. You know, you can be influenced by other people's lifestyle, which is, I'm sure I was, but you live your own life. You know, live it your way. You know, you can take input from as many people as you want to, as often as you choose to, but ultimately it's your decision to live your life your way. And so with that in mind, I'm going to enjoy my Saturday drive, and this will come up in a couple of days or so, and I may do another one. Depends on how long I'm out here on the road. But yeah, enjoy your life, guys. Adios. Bye-bye.